Korean people, I think the society has a much more rigorous hierarchy system. But if you're older than me, or if we don't know each other, I have to say 안녕하세요, and I have to do like a slight bow. Chinese people are just, in general, more chill.
Thank you very much for your time. Can you introduce yourself? Where are you from? How long you been living in China?
Of course. 大家好，我是马丁苏，一个中韩混血上海人。So my name is Martin Su. I was born and raised in Shanghai, actually. And I lived here for 18 years. Then I went to the US to study in college. And I just came back literally like a month ago. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You are half Chinese, half Korean.
That's right. My mother's Korean and my dad's from Shanghai.
Oh. How did they meet each other?
My dad, initially he went to a Korean company in Shanghai. And my mom was in the Seoul office. And then somehow they met. And my mom spoke a little bit of Mandarin back then because she was learning Chinese at the time. It was pretty rare at the time, like a cross-country marriage. Especially at that time, China was not as developed as right now. So there was a lot of barriers. But my mom still came to Shanghai in the 90s and married with my dad. Yeah.
They met here and then you grew up here?
That's right. I was born in Pudong Xinqu and I grew up spent most of my time in Koreatown in Shanghai, Hongqiao.
Oh, okay. There's a Korean town in Shanghai.
That's right. So like Hongquanlu, right? That's the street where most of the Koreans lived. Nowadays, a lot of Korean people moved to Gubei area where a lot of Japanese people live as well. And there's lots of Korean food, lots of Korean like 학원, 就是补习班 for kids. And
to learn Korean?
To learn Korean, because in Shanghai there's a Shanghai 韩国人学校, Shanghai 한국인학교. It's designed for Korean people that are living in China to study everything in Korean curriculum.
Can you say something in Korean and also in Shanghainese?
안녕하세요. 제 이름은 마틴입니다. 저는 상해에서 자랐고, 이제 미국에서 대학교 다니고 이제 다시 상해로 돌아왔습니다.
韩语好好听。
谢谢。大家好，我是马丁苏，我是上海人，对吧？阿拉也是上海人，但是阿拉妈是韩国人，是从小来上海长大的，所以呢，我觉着我自家就是一个上海人。虽然讲我讲韩文，阿拉妈是韩国人，但是呢，我觉得上海是一个非常 international 的一个城市，所以讲呢 I think Shanghai is a very diverse city, international city. So no matter where my parents are from, I grew up here, I speak Shanghainese, and I think I'm Shanghainese.
You also lived in South Korea for how long?
I actually never lived in South Korea before.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are some cultural differences you think Korean people have compared to Chinese people?
Yeah, because I grew up going to international school in Shanghai. So I grew up around a lot of Korean kids. And there are very big differences, although we're pretty close countries. But there's still lots of differences, and you'll find that whether if you go to international school or when you're in abroad in America, Chinese kids and Korean kids don't really hang out with each other, like not really. One thing is maybe there's language barriers. They would have to speak English to communicate, but there's also some cultural differences. For example, I remember I had a tough time drinking with my Korean friends because they drink a lot.
So they drink more than Chinese?
I think that for the younger population, yes, they drink much more than Chinese younger kids. Maybe I'm not that alcohol intolerant. When they drink a lot, it's difficult for me to hang out. And Korean people, I think the society has a much more rigorous hierarchy system. When you see someone, for example, when I'm speaking to you in English or Chinese, we're speaking pretty equally, right? But if you happen to be Korean, then I'll be like, 안녕하세요 형님. I have to call you brother, older brother,哥哥. And then I have to say everything in what we say 존댓말, which means honorific phrases. If I'm speaking to a friend that's my age or someone that's younger than me, I can say 안녕, right? But if you're older than me or if we don't know each other, I have to say 안녕하세요, and I have to do a slight bow or a big bow if you are much older. So it's more complicated, I'd say. And Chinese people are just, in general, more chill. Yeah.
That's what most people say about Japanese and Chinese as well.
I think Japanese is on a higher level than Korean. Korean people are kind of in between of Chinese and Japanese, in my opinion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty good comparison.
Yeah.
For real. Yeah, that's cool. Because a lot of people want to move to East Asia, and they're comparing Japan, South Korea, and China.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think you just break it down pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, I've been learning Japanese for quite a long time. I also minored in Japanese when I was in university. Yeah, I think the Japanese society would be much more I don't want to.
We can skip this.
Yeah,
part.
we can skip it. Yeah, I don't want to.
What's the most Korean part about you?
Most people will say my face, because like when when I was in the U.S., most people would first guess I am from Korea, right? Which is true, I'm ethnically half Korean, and maybe sometimes I dress more Korean. Maybe my hairstyle, yeah, my barber's Korean, so maybe that also plays a role. I think for me, I can code switch pretty good in terms of when I meet a Korean person. Like if you were Korean, I can do the whole, the Korean thing. I can bow, I can do say 존댓말, the honorifics, whatever. I can do all of those. If you're Chinese or if you're like European American, I can be more chill. I can be. I can speak Mandarin, speak Shanghainese.
What's the most Chinese part about you?
I think the fact that I can speak Shanghainese, a dialect, is pretty Chinese about me for my age, because most kids around me that grew up in Shanghai can't really speak our home dialect because everyone speaks Mandarin nowadays. But to me, I think I have such a strong bond with Shanghai as a city, so I try as much as I can to speak my home dialect, including in my channel. I try to promote my home kind of culture, our Shanghainese dialect, as much as possible.
Give this guy a follow bottom.
Yeah.
Okay. 감사합니다.
감사합니다. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
你结束了。
没问题。好，很好。